Number 3 here. Look, I'm gonna get right to the point. Why I think Sonic the Hedgehog needs a manga. The reason why I think Sonic needs a manga is because, there's a whole bunch of confusion about, what's canon, what's not canon, and a whole lack of information in the Sonic continuities, and then some games don't even, feel like a Sonic or seem like a continuity of certain Sonic games. So I'll give you an example, right? We have Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. Those all, seem like actual, continuities of each other. The only thing that we really needed was to see exactly how he met up with Tails, and how he met up with Amy and Super Sonic. I'm at Metal Sonic. I'm tripping. If they had a manga, they could add those extra, chapters and stuff and go in more detail about that, However, when we get to something like, okay, Sonic Adventure, the Sonic Adventure 2, right? Okay, so after the failure of freaking Chaos, right? Dr. Eggman, finds out about his grandfather's project, etc. That's a great transition from Sonic Adventure 1 to Sonic Adventure 2. That actually, seems like an actual continuity, right? But when we get to Sonic Heroes, it's kind of like, it's 50-50. Put it like this. It seems like it's a continuity of Sonic Adventure 2, but at the same time, it seemed like it's a different continuity, And then Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game that comes after Sonic Heroes, just completely contradicted Shadow's character. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how he lost his memory and everything. When in Sonic, Heroes, he already, lost his memory, right? And then at the end of the Dark Story, Shadow is still, a good guy. He's not a bad guy or a villain or anything. He's just, he's lost. At least in Sonic Heroes. But in Shadow the Hedgehog, it's like there are multiple different routes on where you could go, but there is no actual playthrough of a canon route. There are different routes and stuff like that, but there's no one route to where we actually know the actual canon story. But even then, Shadow the Hedgehog just don't make no type of sense. And then we have Sonic 06. Sonic 06 actually seems like an actual continuity from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic 06, or even Sonic Heroes to Sonic 06. That actually seems like a actual continuity. Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, maybe Sonic Heroes. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna just say Sonic Heroes, yes, and then Sonic 06. I would put those four in the same continuity without question, right? And then we have stuff like Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Unleashed just seems like a completely different continuity. It really does. There's no other characters. They just seem out of place, so it sucks, how Sonic, just switches up the vibes and the tones instead of keeping it, consistent. Starting with Sonic 1 to Sonic 2 to Sonic 3 to Sonic and Knuckles to Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, and maybe we could get a whole a 5 or 10 chapter arc about Shadow's backstory, like the canon side, and everything structured, and then Sonic 06. But what they could also do is incorporate, Sonic Riders. So let's say after Sonic 06, right, we have the Rider story, and then after that they can go from there, because there are stuff that that we don't even really know too much about. So I'll give you an example, right? How did Professor Gerald Robotnik not create Shadow, but made him into a hedgehog? It's what gave him that idea? What prompted him? What DNA from what hedgehog did he get? Because honestly, Shadow looking like a hedgehog just seems like, you know, it was something that was, you know, put in to be like a dark Sonic. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, they didn't think too deep about it, but that is kind of a plot hole, you know? So yeah, the reason why I think Sonic the Hedgehog needs a manga is so that we can have a consistent and structured story. Because some of these games just don't seem like it's the same continuity. You know, I done heard people say that, you know, Sonic Unleashed is in the same continuity as like Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06, and I'm like, bruh, that don't make no type of sense. Okay, where was Shadow? Where was Knuckles? You know, if Sonic Unleashed was in the same continuity, we know damn well Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, and Silver would have all did something about it. Okay, so yeah, man, that's pretty much it. This is why I think Sonic needs a manga. It's very simple, you know? And then maybe later on, it could be turned into an anime. So we could have the classic era, the 2000s era. And if you want to, you can make all those other Sonic game side stories. So like Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generation, Sonic in the Lost World, Sonic Colors. You can make all of those like non-canon spin-offs, honestly. You know what? I'm gonna just add Sonic Forces in this too. Yes, put Sonic Forces in the same continuity as Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, in 06, and then Sonic Frontiers in that same continuity. But that's just me, y'all. All right, I'm out.